Hello everybody, this is RM250 back again on the show, or on the scene. Uh, a few things I would like to share with you. I done a mistake, as you would like to call it. I purchased this oil, Visho Rad, or whatever it is. I think it's a two-stroke oil for mixing. Well, definitely it is. I bought it by mistake. Supposed to be a gearbox engine oil for this particular bike, but me being me, bought it, and what it is, it's a basically oil for mixing. So typically change the oil, drain all the oil. Look, it's very mucky, black and dirty. So I changed it, filled it up, and put it into the engine, and realize this particularly this oil, it's got a measuring cap in it. So soon I discover this measuring cap, I realize it's for basically for the tank, for mixing. So that's really it. So I changed this oil, filled it all up, and basically the two-stroke oil is inside of this engine. But I know, maybe I'm a bit stupid, maybe a bit daft. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try it, how it works. I'm gonna give it like my own, I don't know, maybe hour or two ride, see how it performs. What's basically what my worry is, basically maybe the clutch will spin, you know, and I don't know if it's gonna lose any viscosity. You know, viscosity, if you're not aware, it's this. Look, that's viscosity. It's you see that little gap in between my fingers. Hold on, maybe that'd be better. Can you see it a bit better? That's viscosity. Basically, viscosity is before when this line break. I don't know how to explain that to you very well. I'm originally I'm a Polish person, been living in UK for 15 years. I don't know, my English is not that good, but I don't think it's bad either. So I'm gonna give it a go. We'll try it, run it, and see how it goes. What's been done on it so far? Basically, I don't know if I told you in a previous video, but the exhaust it's been all painted with a paint, you know, high temperature paint, and slowly going forward with it. Airbox is cleaned, had a new fresh filter. The battery is all mounted up. The back wheel, it's didn't clean it that good. You see, it's still needs a little bit of a polishing on the rim itself, but it's had a new brake fluid. Meant to change this pipe for this one. So I bought it, braided pipe for this bike, but at the end of here is a banjo, supposed to be on a two banjos on both sides, because our plan was to swap that switch, which is which is back brake like switch, which was mounted just here on a frame, and was some spring was attached here, and as you pressing the back brake pedal, basically the rear brake light will start working. So I changed this and put it in line brake, basically as you pressure switch, I think it's called. So that's a little bit upgrade for the bike, you know, but not happy with this this pipe. I have to fit the old one. So, you know, get rid of the air out of my rear master. Was it caliper? Is it caliper? I think that's a master cylinder, and that's caliper, I think so. So yeah, get rid of all the bubbles, get air. So the brake works quite fine. It didn't have that little spring, so I fit the spring. Had quite a lot of slack on I don't know how you call this. Had a big load of slack on it. I don't know, as you can see it, gone a little bit oval when it's supposed to be just round. So it's a big play in actual in a pedal. So I stripped it all this. That's had a new seal, totally rebuilt that. The master has been, no sorry, master cylinder has been rebuilt. That's been rebuilt. Fitted that. So basically, haven't got any slack now, you know, and all the slack it is just a little bit. Could do with a brake pedal itself, to be fair, because someone else probably fell off this bike and that been welded to it, you know. So it's a little bit of a bodge, but does work fine for me. I'm quite happy with it, you know. That's my on a list to buy things, you know. I will buy the fresh one if I come across it. You know, it's just a new one is a very expensive. Well, for my pocket anyway. Maybe for you guys it would be no problem. You're gonna just purchase the fresh one straight away. Change it would be no problem. So far, what I need to change on this bike, so three more things. Like probably could do with a fresh kickstart. Does work. It's just that it's had a slight wear, as you can see it. When it's in a kicking position, it's you know, I could fix that by weld it a little bit there. Just weld it, and so we'll sit quite straight like this. Be a bit easy to kick it. But that's on a list to buy, as you can see. So the Kickstarter wanna buy and change it. The rear brake pedal want to buy it and change it. And also this clutch cover. It's been done, I think, with epoxy resin or something like that. But it's still small crack in here. So basically what it does is just to sweat a bit, you know. So when I come across the clutch cover, I will definitely change that clutch cover, you know, because yeah, you know, would just be a bit better. But it's a old model. It's a 89 production called RMX, and you know, it's a road legal bike, and I would like to put it back on a road, you know. So everything else has been kind of done. Linkage has been all done, greased up. The rear wheel bearing seals been done. Caliper rebuilt. Few more things I need to purchase as well on a chain guide. When you know, the bottom slider, need to change that, buy a fresh one, and probably buy a fresher chain guard. It's just gone through a little bit. It's not touching the swing arm yet, or didn't damage the swing arm yet, but probably will do. So my next purchase will be just a buy a chain slider. So what I did on it as well, I clean the chain spot on. It's been regreased, been lubricated. I don't know if you can see it, but it's not a new chain, but I think it's still got some life in it. So yeah, so it's got some life in it. So we'll try get most of it. What else been done? Done an upgrade on a handlebars. Fitted the KTM fat bars, and you see them clamps. They're also fatback clamps. They also from KTM. They also from KTM. What I did, what goes here. Basically, RM clamp is slightly wider. So what I did, I just cut it there, and works. Just change the bolts inside here, change the bolts, and works absolutely fine. I'm very pleased with the look of the bike, and I always want to have I don't know what you call them, the basic levis protectors. As you're going through the bushes or whatever, it's quite dangerous if one of the branches press on your front brake. You know, it's very easy to come off, if you like. So that's kind of been done. I also got the original RMX uh, front front headlamp, which I would like to change, and probably I'm gonna change it. Just a few more things. Need to check the wiring, which one goes where. So that's another thing. All what's need to be done as well. Need to change the fluid in the front brake line. So we'll change that probably, I don't know, sometime in the future. Been playing last few weeks with this bike, so you know, for me it's a quite big progress. Otherwise I work and work and work. This coronavirus make me basically stayed at home, so that's what I did. Played with a bike. Could do much faster, suppose, but no one stand by me and pointing gun at me to make me go faster. So I'm just doing in my own pace. Change the spark plug. So spark plug is fresh. It's had like a fresh fluid in the radiators as well. Only that mistake with the oil happened. I I got also fresh oil. This one for the gearbox. I don't know if you can see it. Supposed to be quite good oil, so I will change it, but I wanna like basically see how it does, what it do, and if you like to know what's two-stroke oil does to the engine, I will let you know soon. I had a little ride on this bike, because last time I went on it, basically the spark plug packed it in. Like I don't know if you remember my previous video, I showed you the big hole in the filter, so I wasn't happy with it. As I said, you know, done this. I don't know if I showed you before on a video or not, but look, the battery looks like it's meant to be there now. So yeah, that's it. Last final job before I be able to start this bike. It's a fuel tap and the fuel tank itself. Need to change the fuel in it. basically gonna wash it all out and service the on and off, I don't know what you might call it, this cock, stopcock or petrol valve. Yeah, gonna change that. Put breathable thing on it. I know it's not yellow, but it'll do for now. So that's that, guys. I don't know if you would like to hear the bike running. I will show you how it runs. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This bike also have, the next one to it. Oh, hold on, here's my son just want me to show me his homework, so I will have to cut you loose, and gonna go and see how he progress with his homework, because the school been giving him some homework. So yeah, we'll need to check this out. I don't know if you like this bike or not, but I do. That was my first RM 250. Was one of the first crosses. This is only dirt. One of the first crosses I purchased, and I kind of fell in love with it. I don't know if you remember or not, but I sold it for £600 with a full rebuilt engine, and basically the guy who bought it off me crashed it straight away. So I was really gutted, and he scrapped the bike. I didn't like it. So about 10 years after that, I bought this one, and you know what, I quite like it. What I want to buy as well, it's a RM85 for my boys, so we both could have some fun on it. So a few things need to be done. I'm just slow what I'm doing. So like I said, no one like a stood with a gun pointing at me to make me go any faster, but I try and make a good job on it. Every single bolt and nut have been like a kind of re-greased, so hopefully will last and be easier to strip, in the future. Tell me what you think of it. I really like this bike. It's had a quite good tires. I reckon I will have some fun. Maybe it's not as good as those as a fresh or new bikes we're buying from the shop, but it's in those 20 or 30 years or whatever, them bikes didn't change much at all. Maybe suspensions are a bit better, and a few more things, but if you look after those bikes, they look after you. I think it's a quite good upgrade on this bike, because it had like a electronic speedometer. It's all works fine, so yeah, that would be it. Yeah, let me know, especially if you had like a Kickstarter or the brake what you call a brake pedal and that cover for sale. I would buy 3 parts of you. Or if you could, give it to me for postage price or something, that would be even better. Because I'm kind of not the richest person, but I like the old machines. I do like play with them. It's kind of my hobby since I was 8-year-old. Granddad taught me how to ride it, and basically since then, been riding the bikes almost forever. Not well, back in Poland, it was the old bikes, which when you go on it, you maybe had like a couple hours of ride, and usually something would go wrong with it, and you have to like strip the bike again and then put it back again to ride again. So yeah, that part, taking apart, fixing it, and when you manage to do so, or mend the bike, I don't know if you, but I got like a big pleasure out of it, you know. I don't know, it's like a kind of a win the lottery for some reason. I know it sounds stupid, but that's what I like to do, you know, in my free time. I know I could probably like gather some money and buy like a fresh bike, you know, but if you buy a fresh bike, it's only like a maintenance, and that's it. Maintenance is very simple, you know. But I do like to play with it. Oh, sorry, guys, I forget all about it. One more job on this bike. It's basically oil in the forks and change the like all the bushing. It's got like a slight loose in it, but again, not big loose. But I like to this bike to be like a spot on, you know. I don't like when the bike let me down, so I will try not to let the bike down. But again, you know, that two-stroke oil in the engine, see how's that will progress. Well, next video will let you know what's happened. My worry is the clutch might slip, but again, I don't know. This is something I never done before, because it was a genuine mistake. And yeah, that would be it. Hopefully you liked my video. Please give the thumbs up or subscribe or whatever. I will try and make some more videos, especially like on this bike. But again, if I try do the videos on how to make the bike, how to maintain or whatever, it's just almost impossible, especially if you haven't got anyone like to hold the camera or do the setup, you know, because everything will take just 3 times or maybe even 4 times longer to do so, to show you how to do things properly, you know, or carburetor, how to strip, clean, and you know, everything like that. You know, it's time consuming. It's like that's why can't really show like the things how when I do work on it. It's hard to show you and work and keep the camera and talk. Especially I'm struggling with the talking. I need to like change the compression on it because this engine haven't been rebuilt completely yet. Just had like a fresh piston about 6 hours ago, and that's about it so far, you know. So yeah, we'll probably rebuild this engine sooner or later. You know, if anything goes wrong with it, I will like do like a full engine rebuild. Yeah, that would be it. The also on that particular radiator, I don't know if you could see it or not, had like a few dents in I don't know what you call these, uh, basically the air gaps or something. So I managed like to uh, straightening them all up, so you got like a air going through. You know, the bike doesn't overheat or anything like that. Goes really well. You know, the bike goes really well. So, you know, in the corners, in the third gear, if you open too much, it's starting to wheelie. So, you know, the bike is it's absolutely fine. See how it goes with this oil mistake. You know, I'm really interested about that. Everything else, I'm quite happy. Slowly, but surely, as they say. You know. Tell me, what do you think? I'm tempted to fit original tail or mudguard or whatever. I'm tempted to fit it. I know it's doesn't look as pretty as this one what is on it, but I think it's got some character in it. I don't know, you tell me what you think. Obviously, if you're watching the videos, I haven't got many people following my videos, so I don't really know if that's gonna go anywhere. But yeah, again, I personally prefer the old mudguard, and I think I'm gonna change it just because character of it, you know. Oh, I wanted to show you. This is my lovely son, Adam, been doing his homework, and this is his little workbench. So this is his little workbench. Like father, son, he likes to play. What he does? He found a brass nail. He found it, and he kind of polished it. And yeah, I think it's a very old, you know, very old, this brass nail. And it's got some character in it, and he just basically kind of straightened it out a little bit. You know, that's he made himself a little hammer holder here that is light. Look, he's got a little mini vise in here. Yeah, and that's his workplace. Right, guys, hopefully you like my video. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, give us a thumbs down or whatever you think. But I would really like to know if you could tell me what you think about this rear mudguard. I personally like it, and I think I'm gonna change it for the original. I think so, you know. When I finish with a fuel tap, yeah, that's the proper name for it. When I finish with a fuel tap, I will start the bike. If you like to hear it running, we'll run it for a bit. I wanna like check the pressure, you know, of this what you might call it. Hold on a second, I will show you like the tool I purchased for that reason. I purchased this tool. I will show you what these tools all about. Again, it's very hard to show you. That's where is it? All the bits have been bought on eBay with very good prices, so I will highly recommend it. Look, that's all them tools, you know. So we'll check compression on this bike, see what's the book say, what have to be, and see what it is now. So that's this little box. That's the car pressure check. You can only use once, but hell of a good tool, you know, when you need one. Very good. Again, much pleased with it. Bought on eBay also. Can't remember the seller's name, but I will recommend this tool. And that's never been used, but been bought for GSXR. I need to balance the carbs on my GSXR and also on my Bandit 600. So these are basically gauges to do that. Again, been bought on eBay. Highly recommend it. You know, work well. I think work fantastic. You know, but actually I didn't test them yet. So hold your horses. But you know what? I never been disappointing with eBay. So we'll recommend it again. You know, to anyone. Right, that's it. We'll catch you loose. Thanks for watching. Don't know if you enjoy it. Oh, you know, like I said, give us a thumbs up. Haven't got many followers because it's what it is, suppose. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Have a good day and have fun on your bike.